So, picture this: a group of aspiring boat builders gets together, and the first order of business is to spin a giant wheel. No, not the Wheel of Fortune, but a wheel that reveals the materials they get to use. Talk about luck. This little twist of fate totally keeps them on their toes and has a big impact on how they'll approach their boat design. Because, let's be real, sometimes you just have to roll with the punches, or in this case, the wheels. Now, each participant dives into their stash of materials like soda bottles and tape. I mean, who knew that the best boat materials could come straight from a college student's recycling bin? Their lively discussions not only spark creativity but also remind everyone that teamwork makes the dream work, even if that dream is to not sink before you hit the first buoy. As these boat-building warriors get busy constructing their watercraft, you can practically feel the confidence radiating from them. It's like they just found out finals are postponed. Their excitement is infectious, making it clear that while competition is heating up, so is the fun, because nothing says thrill like a race in slightly leaky homemade boats. Now, let's not forget about buoyancy, arguably the VIP of boat design. The contestants are grabbing water jugs and pool noodles like they're going out of style, all in a bid to create boats that float rather than sink like a stone. It's like a real-life lesson in physics, but way more entertaining than any lecture hall could ever be. Speed, my friends, is the name of the game. With the competitive spirit in full swing, participants are getting crafty, opting for lightweight designs that practically soared when you toss them. After all, who wants to spend their Saturday watching their boat crawl across the water like a tortoise on a lazy day? The banter is real as these builders toss playful jabs at each other's designs. Who knew boat building could sound like a roast session? Everyone's diving into debates about which boat construction methods are superior, and honestly, it's more entertaining than half the reality TV shows out there. Who knew boats could create such drama? One clever builder even unveils the secret weapon of bubble wrap, because who wouldn't want to wrap their entire boat in that glorious, poppyable material? Not only does it promise superb flotation, but it also ensures the vessel is safe from even the most formidable of water-based foes, like, well, other boats. And just when you thought it couldn't get any sillier, one creative genius decides to strap a chicken onto his boat. Yes, you heard me right, a chicken. It's both hilarious and oddly appropriate, adding a level of absurdity to the competition that would make even the most serious engineers chuckle. If that chicken can float, I'm calling it a success. As if that wasn't enough, the builders are incorporating foam sheets and Legos into their creations. These items are not just for playtime anymore, oh no. They believe these materials will bring a hearty level of strength and stability to their craft. It's a fusion of childhood nostalgia and impressive engineering. All that's missing is a snack break. The construction is in full swing with more foam sheets and Legos than you can shake a stick at. Everyone's having a blast creating structures that are not only practical but can withstand the mighty forces of the ocean, or a kiddie pool. Creativity, after all, is the real captain of this ship. Now the moment has arrived. They're racing their unique creations in the ocean. The adrenaline is palpable as these builders realize that speed and performance matter just as much as how their boat looks. I mean, sure, you could have a boat that looks like a Picasso painting, but it's much better if it actually floats. With buckets and plastic pipes finding new lives as flotation devices, the builders are proving that innovation can positively transform everyday items into performance-enhancing boat features. Talk about resourcefulness. It's like a DIY nightmare turned glorious reality right in front of our eyes. Utilizing classic items has never been cooler. Buckets and pool noodles are the new best friends for these buoyant masterpieces. It's amazing to see how a little creativity can go a long way in designing functional and effective floating vessels. Just goes to show that with a bit of imagination, you can float just about anything. The thrill of competition is palpable as everyone races their homemade boats, injecting a dose of excitement into the mix. Whether they sink or swim, it's this drive to innovate and improve designs that keeps the energy alive. And really, who doesn't want to see how their creation holds up against the rest? Now, let's talk motors, a game changer that's turned these DIY masterpieces into speed machines. Suddenly, these boats are not just floating, they're flying. It's like giving your college roommate a caffeine boost before finals. Suddenly things are happening. And just when you think it couldn't get any more fun, the friends are naming their boats with a touch of humor. Picture this. One proudly proclaims his creation as the SS Kentucky Ferrari Chicken. What a name. Clearly, there's no lack of personality in this competition. It's practically a comedy show with a side of boat racing. Despite the unconventional materials, these builders exude confidence like they just scored free pizza on campus. They're all about functionality over looks, because in the boat world, it's not how pretty it is, it's whether it floats, folks. After all, we are not in a fashion show, but a race. As the race unfolds, the drama escalates. One boat sputters and struggles to stay afloat while another zips ahead like it's in the Indy 500. It's a roller coaster of excitement and unpredictability, proving once again that in the wacky world of homemade boat racing, anything can happen, and sometimes the most charming creations lead the race.